What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. The Oklahoma City Thunder, out of there. I told y'all the Mavericks, man, was hey, and the Denver Nuggets, oh, man, they out of there. Man, let's just jump right in and talk about it. You know how we do.
If this world were mine.
And be sure to go to House of Highlights and check out all the highlights you need for any game, every game, all through this playoffs, man. They got everything you need, y'all. Check them out. Now let's get into these Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder, man, they fought well. They fought well. I remember I said in my videos, don't be surprised if the Mavericks win this. They're playing well. Derek Lively. I forgot he was a rookie. I'm sure a lot of people did. He's been playing that well, just in his role, man. I mean, just in his role. And he has some pretty good responsibilities, some pretty heavy responsibility as far as guarding some of the top bigs, being effective, you know what I'm saying, on that pick and roll. I mean, he has a pretty large responsibility, and he's doing it. He's fulfilling it. I mean, as a rookie, man, you got to give him credit. You got to give Jason Kidd and that coaching staff credit also, preparing their players properly. That's very important, y'all. Preparing your players properly, man. It's not all about Luka and Kyrie, but remember I talked about before also, the way Kyrie implements his teammates, encourages his teammates, imposes the use of his teammates, the way he does those things, giving his teammates confidence, you know what I'm saying, on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's extraordinary, you know, and you can see Luka picking up on some of those things as well. And they're becoming a much better team. And if that happens with guys like Luka and Kyrie, who can take the game over when needed, you know what I mean? Who can cause pressure to the defense, cause breaks, you know what I mean, when necessary. The Mavericks are a dangerous team. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing this next series with them in the Western Conference Finals with the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. Let's jump right into it because they took care of the Nuggets, y'all. The Minnesota Timberwolves took care of the Nuggets in Game 7. I wouldn't have picked that. I wouldn't have thought it was going to happen. You heard me say I still picked the Nuggets. Well, they're gone. You know, the Nuggets didn't do the things necessary. They collapsed. I'm not going to say they choked, you know, but I mean, hey, you can kind of pick your word. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say they collapsed because they did. They played completely different than how they played in the first half. It was almost like they thought the Minnesota Timberwolves would give up. It was almost like they thought they may have done enough. They quit playing defense. I mean, it's like they lost the urgency to playing defense. They thought that they could just keep things going on the offensive end. I don't know. I don't even know if they thought that, but the urgency to continue to play defense in that second half was gone. As they watched the Wolves crank up their urgency, you know, they were left behind. They didn't know how to respond. They didn't know how to respond, and that's weird. I mean, Wow, man. I'm shocked that the Nuggets fell flat on their face like that in the Game 7. After leading by 20, you know, that's disappointing. That's more of a collapse. Now, I'm going to give the Wolves credit because, hey, a wolf is a hungrier dog, right?
Step back.
The Wolves were definitely hungrier dogs. That dog that has the nice little bed in the house, you know what I'm saying? A nice little food dish, always getting food, you know what I'm saying? Soft or dry, whatever they want, you know what I'm saying? Fresh, cold water, whenever they want, you know what I'm saying? You know, steakums, you know what I'm saying? Steakums on the menu, you know what I'm saying? Sausages and snacks. Hey, you know what I mean? Then you got them dogs outside, and you got them wolves outside. You know what I'm saying? Howling and hunting for their food. Scavenging, scrounging for scraps. Making sure they survive. That's what you got. Anthony Edwards, man. All right, where he got my respect, you know what I'm saying, was on the defensive end. Yes, we know what he can do offensively and what will be able to continue to do offensively. But on that defensive end, woo, man. Man, when you dig in like that, and when your teammates follow suit like that, man, some great things can happen. I know he doesn't like the comparisons to Michael Jordan, but he moves like that. He has a similar mentality, man, when it comes to understanding his greatness on both ends of the floor. Anthony Edwards is one of my favorite players right now. Anthony Edwards is the top player, in my opinion. I love watching him play for that reason, for those reasons, especially on, like I said, again, on the defensive end. Of course, the highlight reels. Yes, the shooting has become... woo, man. I mean, look, there's not enough you can say about this kid right now, but I will say this. The Timberwolves still shouldn't have won that game. So I'm definitely looking at the Nuggets and how that bench all season long wasn't able to get to where they needed to be to help the team the way they needed to help the team in this playoffs. All right, you had all season to get that done. Now, remember, guys, practice doesn't happen a lot. For those of you who don't know, let's see, there's 82 games. You probably have less than 13 practices. Not probably. You do have less than 13 practices. All right, they probably don't talk about it a lot, but you probably have like 8 practices, y'all, out of 82 games, right? You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around like 8 practices, and that might be a lot for a season. You'd be surprised, man. Now, maybe some teams are able to get in 20. I don't know. Maybe the Miami Heat are able to get more practices in. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of teams are getting less than 10 practices out of an 82-game season, man. So that means you're utilizing games. You're utilizing games to get your work in, right? So, I mean, you had all this time to get your work in for the Denver Nuggets. Now, of course, the Denver Nuggets definitely wanted to make sure that they're in position. So you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't really sell out just trying to get your guys better and maybe sacrifice, a few games. But nonetheless, those bench guys weren't where they needed to be in order to help the team the way the team needed that help. And Jokic, man, the frustration. You can see Jokic was a little bit disappointed, tired, all of those things. I'm not going to give any excuses because, again, if you're going to go out with 40. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Murray played great in that first quarter. Second half, remember I talked about that last, where's Bubble Murray? Well, we saw him in that first quarter. We saw Bubble Murray in that first quarter. I don't know what happened after that. It just looked weird to me how the Nuggets just quit doing the things that they were doing in that first half. They quit competing at a high level. It was like they couldn't match the level that the Wolves were coming with in that second half. And that was disappointing. Y'all. Remember I talked about this when I did my Trailblazer videos. You just want your guys to compete on a high level. You just want your guys to compete on a high level. And again, the Nuggets did that in the first half. Second half, I don't know what happened. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. But the Denver Nuggets, man, got bounced out. Respect to them Wolves. Respect to them Wolves. Now, do I think those Wolves are going to beat the Mavericks? Whoo, man. Now, that's just going to be a good matchup. Probably going to go 7 games. Looking forward to seeing what this matchup is going to look like. I would love to see Kyrie get to that championship. I would love to see Kyrie win that championship, especially against the Boston Celtics. Can you imagine the Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics? Woo! And the storylines between them. Anyway, shout out to the Timberwolves. If they do, they do. Anthony Edwards is a dog. He's a wolf. And he's the wolf leading the pack right now. You got cats turning into dogs. You know what I'm saying? Karl Anthony Towns trying to turn into a little dog. You know what I mean? A wolf, maybe. I don't know. But you got the Nuggets out of there. We'll see what this matchup with the Mavericks will look like. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think the Timberwolves might do with this matchup versus the Mavericks. Or if you got the Mavericks coming out on top. We'll see how things play out. But I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
If this world were mine.